The mass shooting plot at Mariemont High School is our top story tonight. We thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Tanya O'Rourke.
And I'm Craig McKee. Hamilton County Prosecutor Melissa Powers says a 14-year-old Mariemont High School student had a hit list. They also say he was conspiring with an adult out of state to carry out that would-be attack.
So we are continuing our team coverage at 6 o'clock. First, getting over to WCPO 9 News reporter Andrew Rowan. Andrew, how close a call was this?
Tanya and Craig, this was apparently a very close call. On that hit list, 8 students and 1 teacher, and we don't know why they were on that list. The student was apparently going to use a gun in his home, and he had a plan to carry it out in a number of days. We want to warn you, some of the text messages we're about to show you are disturbing.
It was an obvious threat. There was no doubt that this was going to occur.
Hamilton County Prosecutor Melissa Powers has the text messages that she says proves it. The 14-year-old writes, "I'd prefer to gas the place, erase the cameras, kill the people we need/want to, kidnap the attractive ones to rape them." The reply? Yeah, sounds like a plan. The person who sent that reply is between the ages of 22 and 24. They're texting from a Colorado area code. Powers didn't say if they've been arrested.
AB was charged with a conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. The prosecutor's office is asking that AB's case be bound over to the Court of Common Pleas for trial as an adult.
There's discussion of taking the cameras offline and taking care of the front office. The 14-year-old writes he needs his hit list dead really soon. The other person says, "I got you, bro." One of these texts, the last slide, said, "Can this be done tomorrow?" That was on January 17th, I guess alluding to January 18th. So is it possible that this almost wasn't caught and this wouldn't happen?
It is possible.
The teen was arrested Wednesday after a classmate saw the plan on paper at school and reported it.
Suspect and his father. That's the only people in the home. And we did have some cooperation from the father.
The student planned to access a gun in his home. Could there be charges against the parents?
I'm not going to comment on that either.
A close call that could have ended in tragedy.
But there's no doubt in anyone's mind in this investigation that this was a joke, that this was something that just was a fantasy.
The 14-year-old appeared in juvenile court today. He has had no prior contact with the court. If he is tried and convicted as an adult, he could face life in prison. Tanya and Craig.
All right, Andrew Rowan reporting that side of the story tonight. You know, some are shifting focus to another student, though. The one officials say actually stopped this potential school shooting from happening.
His father is calling him a hero. Valerie Lyons joining us now. Valerie, he shared his emotional reaction with you.
Tanya, Zach Swallen says his son Boom has a heart of gold. He's selfless, someone who would put the lives of others before his own. And that is exactly what he did Tuesday night when Boom mustered up the courage to call his dad. Swallen says that is a conversation he won't soon forget. Something unimaginable.
I could tell something was on his mind, something was pressing on him.
That's why his son picked up the phone and called him.
Kid had the firearms and had a very elaborate plan and had every intention of carrying out that plan.
Zach Swallen says a 14-year-old student confided in his son Boom. He had a kill list, had access to a gun, and was going to pull the trigger at school. Swallen says the student warned Boom not to tell anyone or he would kill him, but his son did anyway.
He literally told me that he didn't care if he got killed, just as long as he was able to protect his classmates. And that's just so selfless and so awesome.
Boom didn't just tell Swallen because he's his dad. Swallen knows officers on the Fairfax police force, and Boom wanted something done fast.
And they took swift action and addressed it because the threat was, imminent and, was promised to take place at some day this week.
He's proud of his son, and so is Bishop Sonny James, who stood by Swallen's side Thursday.
This is real. And it was Mariemont this week. What district is next week?
Coincidentally, just weeks before this alleged threat, James and Swallen say they were working on a plan of their own, building a community group of advocates to be a guiding voice for troubled youth.
Where are these children out here, 10 years old, 14 years old, 15, 17 years old, that are one decision away from ruining the rest of their lives and ending the lives of other innocent people.
But at this school, that possible threat was stopped Wednesday, all because a 15-year-old stepped up and did the right thing.
And I could not be more proud of him. And I mean, he's a hero for what he did.
Boom Swallen saw something, so he said something. Now, Swallen says Boom forgives this other student, and he does too. Swallen says he is actually deeply concerned for this boy right now about his mental state. He says he hopes he gets help soon and one day can rebound from all of this. For now, reporting live outside Mariemont High School, Valerie Lyons, WCPO 9 News.
Hey, Valerie, thank you so much there. You know, in the news, we often report on stories such as this a lot of times, really, after it's too late, after it's already occurred.
We see the tragedy. We see the aftermath. We show that to you. But this situation ended with no lives lost. Mariemont Superintendent Stephen Estep says the process they teach their students worked.
That message has been very consistent. If you see something, say something. And that's exactly what happened. And this is a success story, as has been shared, that what was supposed to happen happened. And it sounds like we stopped something very, very tragic from happening as a result of that.
And I can only imagine that every parent in Mariemont, maybe all over the tri-state, is thinking tonight, we are so lucky.
Right. And you often wonder, especially probably from a superintendent standpoint, law enforcement, they repeat themselves over and over and over and wonder, are students listening? And clearly in this case, that message was loud and clear for sure. So, of course, this story is still developing with the connection out in Colorado potentially